Hey everybody, this is Tanner, Mr. Create Crazy, coming at you with another video. This video is talking about my stamp line. And I love my stamp line. And it's not just because it's mine, it's because I love the stamps in it. Now, I want to sum up some stuff for a lot of you that might be on the borderline of ordering my stamps, but you don't exactly know if you would like them or not. So, I'm working with the tree stamp today. And when you look at a lot of other people's stamps or their videos of their stamp lines, you see them pressing hard and you're like pressing over and over. There is no need to press that hard with my stamps because we have the highest quality polymer available today. Manufactured by Kathy Jacobovich, aka Peachy King Stamps. And I don't want you all to feel that you have to put that much pressure. So I'll show you today. Wow, that's all you have to do, and you want to make sure, you get it all over the stamp. But then you just take it, and there's your tree. And it looks wonderful. And see the texture in the stamp? I wanted it to be like a, trees aren't bold, they're textured. So you want to have a nice texture to all your stamps. And Peachy King Stamps, Kathy Jacobovich, has the best polymer available. When people are, you don't want to, they always do it wrong when you could stamp your stamp like this. I'll show you what it looks like when you do. And that's all you have to do for my stamps, really. And I did a little bunch just to make sure I got it everywhere. But some people have to press really hard. And see, I don't like doing that because you can't see what you're stamping. You can't see what you ink. So if you ink it up, I'm going to lose the ink pad. If you ink it up like this, you know where you're going. And you just take a nice, and there it is. So you don't have to put a lot of pressure. You're not supposed to get the crisper image with my stamps. You don't have to press hard. So if you're one of the older crafters and you don't have a lot of muscle, and this is how I clean my stamps. This is what I do. I take them. So they don't have to be professionally cleaned either. So trust me, I use these stamps every day, my everyday life. I don't. That is crazy talk. When you hear you have to clean your stamps, no, you don't have to clean your stamps. You can choose to clean your stamps. And I wanted to come out with I came out with 4 stamps to start with, and then I decided, we don't want to come out with 4 every month. I want to come out with 2 so I can get enough time to spend with each stamp set. And I'm sneak peeking Dad's Dads, and these have some great quotes on here. So here's one of the quotes that I just love. I'm using my really big block. I really don't know why. I'm addicted to blocks. And I'm a big fan of Mementos ink pads, but if you're not a big fan of Mementos, and you might think, maybe they might not work with Stampin' Up. Well, let's use one of my Stampin' Up ink pads. Here's Concord Crush, and all the Stampin' Up ink pads I have, I do not re-ink. And because the stamps are, it's hard to do this because it goes in, but as you can tell, you can really tell if you have it down on white. I'm actually going to do it a couple times extra than you really have to, if you know what I'm saying. And then you just want to stamp it. You just want to stamp. And it says, and see how nice this is? It's a nice font, and it is perfectly, and it's crooked. I crookeded the block, So, it says, a dad is someone who wants to catch you when you fall, but instead pick you up, brush you off, and let you try again. And that's perfect to go inside your Father's Day stamps. And you might hear my dogs upstairs, so if you do, I apologize. So then we have, so it works great with your Stampin' Up inks. My paper tray ink pads are not in very good condition. We might be able to, I used all the ink out of this one, so we're not going to even try that one. And if there's any inks that you might have and you might be on the borderline of buying my stamps, contact me and say, hey, will you use blah 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 ink pad in your next video? And if I don't have it, I would love to order it because, you know, I want you all to feel comfortable using the stamps. And I want you to know when you get them, it'll work with, I assure you it'll work with any ink pad. But, you know, you might not be for sure because I know some companies like to rip off people. But, you know, I'm 12 years old and I care more about the crafter than the money making off this. Yes, I do make a profit off this. Not at this moment, though. Then I'm sneak peeking my Summertime Fun stamp set. And I'm using a little, a littler stamp. And it's a little sun that says summer. And what I love to do with these is I love to put them on the envelope. So we'll actually stamp an envelope. So here's one of my favorite envelopes from clearbags.com. Let's promote them right at this moment. And there's that. And then we'll just ink that. And you know, you can tell, I mean, I did not have to put pressure on that to get that nice image. I love that. And so you can put your address, room out, and you can put a nice card in here. Let's pick out one. I used a Peachy King image, and I colored it, and I did You Are Awesome. So I could put it in the envelope and, you know, seal it up. If this was a summer card, it could be like perfect like that. I mean, perfect. You could put it inside the card. And these stamps are my favorite stamps. So any stamp from Peachy King that they manufacture, anything, are my favorite. So, and then let's do my last one. I want to show you is from Simply Everything. And this is based off of, it's sort of based off of, sort of like, what could you familiarize it with, a Cricut cartridge? It's like Simply Charmed Cricut cartridge. I based off that. So here's this, and as you can tell, I don't clean my stamps. So you put it on here, and we're going to use a nice red today. A rosebud. And it's a nice light pink. And I kind of beat on it, you know, get a rhythm. So this is a nice, easy stamp. You know, just put a little bit pressure. Center it out onto the block. And then just release. And you have your heart border stamp set. Your heart border stamps. So that's really cool. And that's how you use Mr. Cricut Crazy Stamps. So I hope I answered some of your all's questions. And if you have any questions, you can email me straight from my website. And under the contact page, fill out that form. And it comes straight to me. And if I have my phone, I will shoot you back an email. So thanks for watching Mr. Cricut Crazy. Hope you have a wonderful day. Bye for now.